So my dating journey was always short term. I'll meet a girl, we'll hit it off, and then just a couple of months just be like, hey, it's not gonna work out. But we haven't really gone anywhere, so it's like there's no hard feelings. With her help, I ended up meeting someone online of all the ironic places through the dating apps. We ended up meeting. We're at that 3 to 4 months. I don't see, we're not. There's no signs of anything where that would tell me that, hey, we're gonna end this tomorrow. There's just no reason.
Mm,
We have plenty of plans that we're working together to achieve. We're working the next one right now. We're looking to move out of Florida and go to the DC area. So big
nice. Big
plans.
moves.
Yep, big moves, big plans. And everything we're doing, we're definitely in agreement with. We were doing different compromises. Like there's certain things we're talking about, like, hey, I want to let's take your car, I'll sell my car, or no, let's sell your car, I'll take my car. So we're doing that
Mhm.
quote unquote couple of things. So things are good. Things are good. Look, and yeah, as Ruby was saying, I am in a relationship, but um, you know, she's got a lot of attractive traits, things that I was looking for when Ruby had me do some of her coachings and training about finding out what you want and so on, what she has. Um, so she's definitely amazing. We're gonna have like the next major milestones where we're actually gonna start moving in, and we're both gonna leave Florida. We're gonna go up to the DC area. Now I'm from the Northeast, so I'm kind of used to having that city life, but she's never left Florida for her life, for God's sakes.
Oh
So
boy.
yeah, she's about to see what cold is like. She's about to you're gonna see what traffic is like. You're gonna see what taking public transportation is gonna be like and all that stuff. So it's very exciting for us to do this. I did not think I'll be going back in the Northeast, but with her, oh yeah, I'm
Oh.
willing to go back with her to continue to nurture this relationship and grow and see what happens.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another one of these audio recordings where we get to hear an inspirational story in hopes that it gives you hope in your own dating journey. So today, I'm really honored that one of my clients have decided to join me to share his story. And his name is Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How are you doing?
Hi, Ruby. I am doing great. How about yourself?
I'm
Appreciate you.
doing well.
Yep. I appreciate you inviting me to do a testimony. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. No, I really loved your story and your journey, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. So we really appreciate it here that you take your time. So there's a lot to talk about. So let's just jump right in. So tell everyone a little bit about like who you are, where you started, and kind of where you are now.
Yeah. So my name is Isaac, as Ruby mentioned. I'm 31 years old, about to be 32. So pushing the old territory, as my girlfriend calls it. I'm located in South Florida, uh, in Palm Beach County, working IT, but I've done plenty of different kind of jobs throughout my time. I was in the military a couple years ago. I tried to do pilot, student pilot to be, to fly airlines, but ultimately career brought me to IT. And that once I had the career part settled down, that's kind of where I want to go into more serious dating. Um, so my dating journey was always short term. I'll meet a girl, we'll hit it off, and then just a couple of months just be like, hey, it's not gonna work out. We haven't really gone anywhere, so it's like there's no hard feelings. At that time, being more an immature side, and being with my career path being in the military, it was kind of one of those, oh, you know what? It's just her. She's the issue. It's not me. But as I got older, as I got to start putting more effort into, say, myself, career wise and life wise, I started to realize that, there's more to dating, and I definitely need help.
Mm,
So that's kind of where that's where my dating experience was just what did date, very short term, nothing where, I could not, bring someone to meet my family, or there was no one to meet my family after like 3 or 4 months, because that was it. And the point where they'll go, oh, another girl, huh? How long is it gonna be? And then after a while, it was kind of one of those things. I don't bring it up anymore. That and I moved out the household, so I didn't
Mm,
have a reason to bring anything up unless I knew she was, the one. Which that was my struggle. I didn't know she was gonna be one. That's something I had to reach out to
mhm.
Ruby about.
Nice, nice. And where are you? Give a quick summary of where you are now.
With her help, I ended up meeting someone online of all the ironic places through the dating apps. We ended up meeting. She was local. I say local, but we're talking about 45-minute difference. But we met, I believe now it's like 3.5, pushing 4 months.
Nice.
And kind of mentioned earlier, where the 3 to 4 months was kind of like that milestone. If I could get someone past that, then I'll be more willing to say, "Hey, I met someone." More willing to tell someone, say, "Hey, I finally got something going on." So we're at that 3 to 4 months. I don't see, we're not. There's no signs of anything where that would tell me that, hey, we're gonna end this tomorrow. There's just no reason.
Mm,
We have plenty of plans that we're working together to achieve. We're working the next one right now. We're looking to move out of Florida and go to the DC area. So big
nice. Big
plans.
moves.
Yep, big moves, big plans. And everything we're doing, we're definitely in agreement with. We were doing different compromises. Like there's certain things we're talking about, like, hey, I want to let's take your car, I'll sell my car, or no, let's sell your car, I'll take my car. So we're doing that
Mhm.
quote unquote couple of things. So things are good. Things are good. Look, and then as I tell Ruby all the time we meet, we're busy. I'm staying busy, but for a good reason. So
Right, right. No, a lot of things moving forward, and if anything, the qualities that you're seeing now in your current girlfriend is things you haven't seen before, right? In your other relationships, and it's more
exactly,
promising.
exactly. These are the
That's
things
all.
after a while, it was one of those, like, this is what I'm looking for, but I need help. And there's gotta be
Right.
expert out there. I guess I found her.
Yay! I'm so happy for you. And even when you found her and started dating her, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And I think you felt it too. So I'm happy. So let's reel back a little bit and talk about the beginning. Like, what did you worry about at the beginning? What did you think would make dating harder for you when you started?
Um, so the issue wasn't so much meeting someone, it was I was attracting someone. I believe the
Mm,
reason why I could never make it to like 3, 4 and beyond that was because we were always in this, let's just try, I guess the attraction was never fully there, but no one was ever truly honest about it.
mhm,
So which is, let's see if we can make it work kind of deal. So that I think after doing that for a few time, there were years where I was like, you know what? After the last one, I'm done. I want to focus on something. This is part far more during my military career, which evidently, having a relationship in the military is already difficult to begin with. But that kind of that did play a factor into it.
yeah.
Now, me when I moved and got away from the military and I'm on my own now. I'm in a city or state that I've never lived in. I have no family or friends in. So my worry was like, everyone's always talking about, oh, how'd you meet this person? Oh, this is a friend of a friend of a friend. I didn't have that. My only hope right now will be a dating app or putting myself out there to, just marking myself to the best of my abilities. Both of them were two big majors that I just didn't know how to do
Yeah.
until I was there to talk to Ruby, say, hey, this is what I'm most likely gonna have to do, but I need help.
Right. Right, right. I don't know if you remember this, but I remember one of your first texts to me when we first began, or we were about to begin. You even texted me, you're like, I'm gonna need support in this. I don't know what's happening. You're like, I don't know what to do. Do you remember
Exactly. And
that?
I don't know if you could hear the dog going playing on her toys, but so I don't know if we're gonna get to that portion, but so one of the difficulties that made for that I had was, like I said, putting myself out there was, and then I always have a question, before the official session with myself and Ruby. One of the most amazing thing that she offered at that time was Pocket Ruby. It's just any question I had, like, hey, I really want to talk to this girl, but like she's at work.
Mm-hmm.
Should I, like, from your perspective, from a woman's perspective, if you walk up there and talk to them, is that something they should frown upon? Would they call 911 to get this creep out of here, or they throw fit kind of things? Just having having a woman's perspective um, was one of the most helpful things I could use at the time, because I just wasn't seeing that from that position, especially after where you have a short relationship, go years without having to try another relationship. It's like, yeah, it kind of throws you off.
Right, right. No, that's awesome. I love that you mentioned those two major things that would help in this too, me being there, but also the female perspective. So with that, what do you think was the biggest obstacle you overcame?
Um, Kind of to piggyback on that, was one, I had to get all that information, all that misconception out of my head. And
Mm,
obviously Ruby was the biggest one here, because I could Google this all I want, read other books from like books that written by men. Yeah, you could try reading all that, but you want to talk to Ruby, you want to take her course, you want to take just talk to her, figure something out. So it's
mm,
get out of my own head, because I kept fighting against myself.
yeah.
My mental physique or is fighting against myself. I would look at a girl, go, nah, out of your league. Don't even bother. You know what I mean? Like that. Don't
Oh
do
yeah.
that. Come on, fellas. That's where confidence comes from. You should be able to look at someone. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It could be the prettiest girl in the world. You should be able to tell yourself, you know what? I should be able to talk to her.
Right.
So, and then that actually leads me to the second is that confidence that where, as I got older and I had these backgrounds working this, working with that, speaking with certain people, I work in IT, not the ultimate level where I'm talking with a computer, but no, I'm still actually working with people. So I kind of took that experience. I could talk to people because that's what my job requires.
Mhm.
Why can't I take this and talk to women now? And then kind of, talking to Ruby is like, hey, look, yeah, they're women, but there's not no reason to be scared of them. They're still a person. So why not treat them like a person? When I talk to them like
Right.
you talk to someone, if you're out walking your dog and they have a cute dog too, and you want to talk to them about their dog,
Mm,
why not treat them like that?
right.
So I kind of use that to gain
Right.
confidence,
Wow.
get
Yeah.
get out of my, stop letting my own mind beat me up.
Well, that's big, especially because you mentioned there are two biggest things I feel like people struggle with that they don't notice, which is mindset and confidence. Like even in the beginning, I don't think you wanted to talk to many ladies or approach them. And then remember you got out of your head and you just started talking to
Right.
a bunch of great ladies.
Exactly.
Even if it didn't turn to anything romantic, you just
Exactly.
made conversations.
Exactly. And no, it helps you with almost everything. Now, fellas, if you listen to this and you're going, well, I'm introvert, then well, ask Ruby, because I honestly can't help you there, because I was introvert growing up, but I am becoming extrovert because of my job and just because of the environment I end up, from like 18 the onwards, that's kind of become extrovert. Now I don't know how what you do with that, but yes, but that confidence and that talking. I remember I was talking to well, I still had Pocket Ruby before our official training. I remember meeting these two wonderful ladies. They were college graduate out of Kansas State University, and the fact that they were from Kansas State, where I was stationed there, so I was familiar with the school, and that kind of led to conversations. I remember talking to them. I was getting ready to leave the area, and I'm staying like almost 2 hours talking to them because of that. Now there was never a case of, you know, I didn't mention, it's like, hey, I asked her for advice, like, hey, this kind of situation, what could I, we talked for 2 hours. Um, you know, one gave hint of a boyfriend, the other one denied. And I was just asking, like, using this opportunity to break things down, like what could I have done differently if I were to like
Mhm.
talk 2 hours with someone else? How would I bring up their single status? Are they looking, other than a king? So this is having, that opportunity to ask or have her break down things that you encountered was one of the most helpful things I could have.
That's awesome. Yeah, and just so everybody knows, when he mentions Pocket Ruby, that just means that I call myself Pocket Ruby because you have the option to text me basically whenever you want, whenever you have questions. Um, obviously, it's not like you text me at 2 a.m. I'm going to be awake and answer, but whenever Isaac has questions, he can always text me no matter what it is, and I call it Pocket Ruby because it's like I you have me there in your pocket, just so everyone knows. So you went over the things that helped you with my guidance is more in regards to, yeah, I was there for you. I was able to give you some strategies, got you out of your head. And then is there anything else that you wanted to share about how specifically like my coaching style or my guidance has helped you?
Yeah, we also, that's I'm talking about this before we started official setting. Then once we started official setting, you had the course breakdown, and it tells you, kind of like from step one to all the way up to the next step that you're going to be expecting. Fellas, I'm warning you now, you have homework. Do not. There were times where I was too busy or kind of off put some quote unquote homework, and yes, your teacher will get mad at you. So you have homework to do, and this is this is your life, this is your relationship. If you're not willing to put in the effort to say do this homework and go out and do things like market yourself, talk to someone, dress better, hit the gym, take better pictures of yourself, have a brighter smile. If you aren't willing to do all this, I honestly don't know what did I tell you. This is stuff that I knew I had to do. Like when before I even had our official start date with Ruby and I, like I told myself, hey, I gotta do this. I'm gonna have to talk to maybe 100 women before I get one of them say yes, let's go on a date. Told myself, and that's what happened. But as I was mentioning about the guidance and how she does her classes, it's very, very useful. Do your homework, and then you're gonna find out things about love and relationship that you may not have thought about, especially when asking about the weakness. Oh my God, it's like anyone asks you about your weakness, like in your interview, you just start freezing, like, oh my God, I don't know anything about weakness. So that's a really good one because a lot of these kind of teach you about yourself. The more you know about yourself, the more you can market yourself. Don't know anything about yourself, you can't market. Imagine a salesperson who is trying to sell a product they have no idea what it is about. Now you try to sell yourself, but you have no idea about yourself.
Yeah, that's cute. I mean, how? Yeah, if you don't know yourself,
Right?
how are you gonna do it? Yeah,
Right. So
right.
so
It's
her
true.
coach
I
was
love
definitely
that.
very helpful about that. And the topics she was gonna ask you between, Ruby always asking about like the love language. That's a big one too, fellas. You should probably that's something you might want to look into. I know some of y'all might think that's corny and I don't care about that. No, it's you may not, but women do.
Right.
So I'm gonna let you know now. She will care. So you might want to look into it.
Right, right. Oh, love all of that. And the thing about knowing yourself too is also building that confidence so you know what you also deserve. I don't think you like in this relationship that you have, you're quite confident in it and she's a great partner. It's not like you just settle for whatever. So I think you've built enough of yourself to have that kind of belief that you deserve what you want, and not to feel too insecure. So that's a big part of learning about yourself. Right.
Exactly.
So speaking of which, because I mentioned relationship, like tell everybody a little bit like about how you're feeling now, like what you feel for once, like the things that you are enjoying being in a relationship with this person
Um, yeah, as Ruby was saying, I am relationship. With her help, I was able to meet someone, ironically do a dating app, which I never thought would work. But how am I feeling right now is a bit on the nervous side. She's an amazing woman. She's very, very, she's driven. Well, I say driven. She's career driven because she wants to do what she can for, to have a good career.
now.
That being said, though, there are times where I have seen her laziness, and it's kind of, it's coincide with mine too, lazy Sunday mornings and such like that. But, she's got a lot of attractive traits, things that I was looking for when Ruby had me do some of her coachings and training about finding out what you want and so on, what she has. So she's definitely amazing. We're gonna have like the next major milestones where we're actually gonna start moving in, and we're both gonna leave Florida. We're gonna go up to the DC area. Now I'm from the Northeast, so I'm kind of used to having that city life, but she's never left Florida for her life, for God's sakes.
Oh
So
boy.
yeah, she's about to see what cold is like. She's about to you're gonna see what traffic is like. You're gonna see what taking public transportation is gonna be like and all that stuff. So it's very exciting for us to do this. I did not think I'll be going back in the Northeast, but with her, oh yeah, I'm willing to, willing to go back with her to continue to nurture this relationship and grow and see what happens. That being said, fellas, if you think I don't have exit plans, you'd be wrong. I always have a backup plan, and that's from my military experience.
Mm-hmm. True.
I'm just hoping I'm like 99% sure I don't need to use it, but there's always that 0.001%.
Right. And I mean, the beauty is we went through a lot of this during our time. So it's not like if anything happens, you wouldn't know what to do. You do know.
Exactly.
That's how you got her in the first place. So just go back. So
Exactly.
you don't feel as scared. You know how some people are so attached, like, oh my gosh, I need this to work. I need it to work because I don't know what I'm doing.
Right, it is actually Ruby say, and then even before I met her, and I was talking to and marking myself to other women's that I was attracted to. Yeah, you fellas, you think those went well? No. You think I just scope and say, oh well, I'm giving up plan A, B, C, and D? No, I still had I had B, C, D, all the up to the end, all up to the numbers at that point. And I was gonna keep, like I mentioned earlier, you had to be determined. You would think this is
Right.
easy, but it's not. If it was easy, will Ruby be here? No. And will we be having this issue? No. So it's not easy. Ask yourself
Right.
what you're looking for and then put in the effort.
Right. I love that. So what would you say, especially in the beginning? I know you said I want support. I need that support. Obviously, this is a heavy investment. It was. So to you, what made that worth it? When you first said, yes, let's do this, like what in your mind logically told yourself, this would be good for me?
So ironically, so I ended up finding Ruby only from a Reddit post. I don't know if you guys are gonna be seeing it do the same thing too. If you do, then upvote. But no, so I got her information in a website from a Reddit post. Of course, I kind of kept that to the side because at this point where I have not had any successful relationship. I've been talking to women, but I was always cower and just run away as soon as they kind of don't give me that look I was expecting, that wonder that I'm up my head. As soon as I didn't get that, I always kind of wait. I always use the excuse. I was like, that's her issues. It's not me and stuff like so on so forth. But as I kind of, navigate, some 2020, 2021 into earlier this year, my career path finally improved to the point where finances shouldn't be an issue. And then kind of leading to one of the I want to take it back onto some of the troubles I had. Because I was talking about confidence and getting out of my own head. Well, one leading left to for my confidence was that I didn't want to be so as kind of going back to a while ago, so something about some of the troubles I had. So one of my troubles that I didn't really have a career that I'll be proud of. And then two, I know what I was looking for in a relationship. I wanted a woman, or I was attracting women that had a good career. If you're looking for that, but you yourself don't have a good career, so how can you look for that yourself? So before I could kind of be more sure of or put more effort into, say, trying to date, I wanted to fix myself first. One of it to, and at the end of the day, even if you don't find someone, you might want to have a career because how else are you going to eat? So that's what I told myself. Let me work on this career. And then it finally happened, about mid last year into earlier this year, finally landed that good job. I'm making a name for myself. Then I thought to myself, well, if this part is kind of done, let's go back into the book, the book of me, and go to the slide where it says dating and start working on filling this out. And that's when I contacted Ruby. I was like, I think I'm ready now. I got the career that would help facilitate the help. And I have the time now, and COVID's not too effective at this point. And I reached out to Ruby. We have our consultation, and yeah.
Great, great, and happy that you followed through with that. That's fantastic. There were points in this conversation where you talked about kind of qualities that would help someone become successful. You've obviously done this program. What qualities do you think a guy needs to be successful in this, like you, and in this program?
Okay, so quality, yeah. So as mentioned earlier, while I was talking to Ruby, was about their homework. Hey, look, she's gonna ask you to put effort into it. So you gotta dig down deep, fellas. You gotta dig deep and ask yourself, how much do you want this? You're gonna have to don't give up, because that's usually the easiest part. She says no, and you're like, yeah, whatever, I'm done. I'm gonna go do something else. No, don't give up. Stay on task. Like I say, she's gonna give you some homework. You're gonna do some research. You're gonna probably look at topics that you may have never heard of, like the love language and all these other things. And then you're gonna have to unfortunately, you're gonna have some spreadsheets. So fellas that work in like in office settings, yeah, look, there's more spreadsheets. So fill them out to your best of the abilities and answer them. You're gonna there was one topic I believe one homework we did where you kind of had to where you list out things that was said, like, oh, you thought to yourself, she's beyond me, or she's she's beyond my level. And you had to have, what was it called, Ruby? It was like you had to break it. Or that stopping point where you got like you pinch yourself or something like that. Like when she gives you ask,
I know what you're talking about.
it's there for a reason.
Mhm.
Do it. It works. And above all,
Yeah.
which the one I found that most helpful for me was having Pocket Ruby. Just text her, ask her questions.
Yep. I love that. It's actually surprising, can you believe it, that people want to still, even if they have me, try to figure it out on their own, you know? But I'm like, text me, like, figure it
Yeah,
out. So that's why I'm here. So you don't have to go
exactly
through
what
that.
she's here for. So don't give up. Use
Awesome.
your resources. You gotta put some work into it. This is not easy.
Yeah.
Everything
Love it.
she's asking you to do is there for a reason. If someone's been tested, look at myself. I did it. Heck, some of it where I was kind of a bit on the lazy side. So I'm telling you now, fellas, you could be more successful with what I've done if you just follow everything she does to a T. Okay, maybe not to as well as you can. You know, I'm as if you're trying to get your PhDs right now.
Right, exactly. Love it. Love it. And last but not least, to wrap this up, normally during this time, people who are watching this are kind of on the fence to decide to want to work with me or decide if they want this dating support. Is there anything else you want to add to those guys that are still listening right now and kind of on the fence about if they should do it? What would you say to them?
I, I'll say, look at your situation. This is definitely an investment, not only for this is definitely investment into yourself. You know, if not everyone's gonna get out of this 3 month program or maybe 1 month program, depending what you're picking, and to be like, hey, I met someone where we're dating, or hey, we're exclusive. Let's be honest, it's not gonna. There's a low chance that that's gonna happen. But fellas, talk to Ruby. Just it's not gonna cost you a dime. It cost you what? I think our first session took about 35, almost 40 minutes,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
30 to 40 minutes. Talk to her, tell her what's your issue, have her decide, say, you know what, I can help you. And then from there on, just continue talking more, and then just asking yourself, like, hey, how much do you want to change your perspective? You know, maybe you were married, you've been out of the game of dating, and you just need help to trying to find someone else to kind of fill in that that void. I can't help you with there. But ask her, say, hey, this is what just happened. What do you think? Kind of deal, and see what she can do. So
Right. Exactly. I love that. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I just want to say, just really just talk to her. Mention when I say I knew about Ruby months ahead, but I had to push it to the side because I got to work on myself. And eventually, I did, before I got in her help, I was trying to go back in the dating scene. It was just I've never been most lost in my life, and I work in IT. I'd rather sit in front of a computer and read about how schematics work or how a computer system works and try to go back to dating until I had to talk to her and start deciphering some things. So really just
Yeah. Great. No, thank you so much. I love that, because at the end of the day, what you're saying is, hey, one step at a time, right? One step at a time. The first step, just talk, because it's true, you guys. You can talk to me for free. It's for 30 minutes, and I'll be honest if I can help or not, and then we get to decide from there. Then you can take the next step after. So it's all about just looking at what's right in front of you. Great. So with that said, thank you so much, Isaac, for your story, for everything that you shared. I loved everything that you shared, and I can tell you're coming out of this so confidently, and also really exciting with where you're at with your girlfriend. Thank you so much for sharing, and good luck to you guys and your move. Good luck to her in the cold, and if anything, I know you and I will talk here and there in text. But once again, thank you, and thank you everyone so much for listening in. All right, thanks, Isaac.
Thank you.